we go.
Awesome.
Oh, yep,
You're good.
perfect. Let's see here.
You're good.
Yep.
I over pre-tested it, then I crashed stuff. So.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Well, that's what we do.
yeah.
That's the life of being a streamer.
Yeah. That's all.
Yeah.
We're good now.
Yep.
How are you?
Good. Yeah, I just ran around the neighborhood with
Good.
Pico. So yeah, so I just got back in. So it was good. We had a
Nice.
great walk. The weather is fantastic and
Not too
yeah.
hot.
No, it's perfect. It's like 75 degrees and sunny.
Good.
So it's
Hey, that's awesome.
Yep. There we go. I'm on Twitch. So. Okay.
And Mike's joining us.
I saw that. That's good. So it's good the week C can't game for us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame, but
Yeah. How's the new work going? Is it?
yeah, it's going
getting
great.
Good. Oh, good.
Yeah, absolutely. Just I
There's still
kind
a lot of things to get into.
yeah. So just 4 straight weeks tend to be a lot, right? Just prep
Yeah.
for all of it, and that's my own doing.
Oh, we just go by the flow today. We don't have to. We can always come back to it if need be. So.
Yeah, this is easy though. Free City Greyhawk Tour. That's
Yeah.
an easy one. So yeah, with that. So hello everyone. What's up, Sam? What's up, okay? And good to see you both and everyone else. Yo, Tim, does Greyhawk feed itself with some of those gardens? What gardens? There aren't gardens there, man. That's a garden section, man. I don't know if there's gardens there. I doubt it.
I think a city of this magnitude, and that's something we should discuss either tonight or something else, that a city of like 100,000 or so has a range of many miles around needed in order to feed it with resources and
Right.
labor and all that stuff. So meaning Rome fed from North Africa in order to feed itself, but they were like 1 million people. So you need like an enormous footprint
Sure,
in order to serve it, so to speak.
That is true.
A fantasy can kind of mitigate a little bit because when you have druids blessing fields and stuff, the yields were you can probably say that they were higher in a fantasy world, than an old medieval. But on the other hand, the living standards were probably higher in the fantasy world too, for a lot of populations. So the rich people of Greyhawk probably consume more than the rich people of medieval whatever city in Europe or something. So.
Right.
So definitely Greyhawk probably imports a heck of a lot of basic commodities and food
Plus,
stuff and
there's
so
a
on.
waterway there.
Yeah, exactly, and that's
Big
what.
hurt.
But yeah, and it's like big cities in the world today. They import a lot of basic stuff, and then they refine it and they export services and fine goods and stuff. And I think Greyhawk is the same way. It imports a lot of basic stuff, but it exports both services, but also a lot of like manufactured goods. Some of the best weaponsmiths, artists, and artisans, and whatever are in Greyhawk. So in that sense, it's a rich city. In that sense, doesn't mean that everybody in the city is rich, but on average, the living standard in the city is probably way higher than a lot of surrounding areas.
I'd say so, absolutely.
What he envisioned was this encyclopedic set of
And
books
just think
for
of all the
role players,
magical
writers,
services
game
that you do,
designers,
meaning a
the
lot
whole
of
us
people go there to
use
get
in making our
spellcast and go
games,
to
creating our
temples and
adventures,
whatnot. So
writing
yeah.
stuff for publishable
probably
content, whatever it may be. And there was really no end to what he envisioned this series to be. We eventually
Anna
helped
still
publish
hasn't heard
the
what
Canting Crew,
Steven
the
Schnell
World
has to
of
say
Living
during this.
Fantasy.
Exactly, I
7
haven't.
volumes in total.
I just
We
seen
had
him like
another
10
3
times
that were
now.
ready to go to print, another 3 or 4 after that we were working on. So the series was really open-ended. We are bringing these back. That's what this Kickstarter is. We've got 7 books online ready to be printed. We've got another 3 right after that we want to get it minimally out as we were working on.
We
them
will
at
look
the
at
time.
2
Those will be out definitely
adventures
in PDF, depending on how
for
well the Kickstarter
reference
does,
tone
and maybe even more than that.
So,
Cool.
yeah,
Once we
specific
kind of
adventures.
push
Yep.
beyond the necessary stretch goals and all that
And
mess.
that's already.
But welcome
What's
to
up, Lando?
the what we're calling the Gary Gygax World Building Archives.
Lando,
And
if you
please
think
give us,
that I
give us
can
your
get
support.
an
Share
up-to-date
it around
ad
if you
from
can.
Chuck,
Pledge if you can.
like
Whatever you need to
right
do,
away,
whatever,
you're
whatever
crazy,
you can
man.
do
So
for us
it's
in the
like
memory of Gary
I'm
Gygax,
lucky I get
we
what I
very
get.
much appreciate it.
Trollord Games. Join the fray.
Yes, we get what we get.
Yep.
4-stream week. Tonight, Thursday night game, one shot. Saturday morning Champions game starting at 10, not 9 this week. With Kurt GMing. And then Mr. Baker on Sunday night. Thanks, Laser. 49 months. Yeah, always he owes everyone a bunch of stuff. Of course he does. Oh, thanks, Mike. Help me make it a hike already. Another 49-monther. Wow. Oh, that's a lot of that stuff's out. Let's hear it. Woo. I am feeling it tonight.
Yeah.
There comes Mike. All right, we got Mike tonight. Woo! It was nice we had Maldo last week too. That fit perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
There's Mike.
Hello.
Everyone is doing well.
Yeah, we're glad, Mike, when your game is canceled, we benefit from it.
Benefit, yes.
Yep.
That stinks though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can you do?
Oh, did I update this? I did. Whew. Yeah, I did. Final part 4, Free City Greyhawk Tour. Oh, man, dude, well, hopefully you're doing okay. And, bigger reel. See it. Talk the city. Holy schmolies.
Yeah, I think I'm on 53 months now, and I saw that when I resubscribed. Yeah,
68 months, man.
that's awesome. Yeah.
And we got a hype train also already. Thank you all. Alrighty. Beginning another week. What time is it? Look at that. We're 4 minutes early as well. Nice.
Even I made it in time. Yeah. My dog was determined to stay out longer, but yeah, I'm starting. We train each other, and he's getting the upper hand. But I still have a few tricks, but he's outsmarting me more often than not. So yeah.
1 second here. Alrighty. Let's come live. Overhype. There we go. All right. Good evening, or whatever it is, Wednesday. Day 3 into my new position, new job. So I'm doing good. I'm happy and no problems. So we're all good here. Just coordinating is tough.
Well, even good jobs are more difficult in the beginning, but you have to pay more attention than when everything is new. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm getting slammed with like Discord messages now, but hey, that's my life. So let's just sort of yep, yeah, good to see you, man. Bacon, wow, good to see you too. So we'll do a standard giveaway, classic D&D reprint giveaway. I still haven't given out JRs or Robs from Sunday night because they never got with me on what. So I got a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, you can pick you got your choice here of like, it's like crazy. Crazy, Patrick there. So, speaking of crazy, I know you probably heard Patrick's guy didn't do well on during the BattleTech game Saturday. Got pretty obliterated when he charged. So, Mike, where's the Colts hat? Mike's. Yes. Hey, Dale. The draft's tomorrow night. Where do they pick? They pick third. Where do they pick? No,
no, not that low.
Not that low.
Gabriel, this is my FBI hat.
Ah, yes.
My official FBI hat.
You got a hat. Yeah, I
got a shirt. Yeah, we got
shirts. Me too. Yep.
Like I said,
but I have a CNC T-shirt today that I got. So yep.
Do yourself a favor, and next time you're in the airport, wear that FBI shirt and just watch people.
Yeah.
They'll be like, they look at you funny. So
yeah.
All right. So yeah.
You had the best answer ever. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Anna. Yeah.
I was going to say when someone asked you if you were there, you couldn't say that was the best answer ever.
I cannot discuss that. I cannot tell you whether I do or not. So yes, absolutely. All right, so we're gonna no Malden tonight as he's grading papers, but that's okay because this is a wheelhouse for me, a high-end garden quarter, a lot of cool stuff. It's wide open here too, and by the way, thanks for the hype train right off the bat. It's a really cool area, and let's Dale, thank you very much.
Came at the right time.
Yep, came in. So. Most of what we'll discuss is from here, of course, because this one with this map, I'm going to use a lot of because there's not that much difference between this, right, and then this up top with that Malden has done. So wait a minute, is that a street one? There's not much different up here, really, at all. As you can see, he hasn't really made a lot of changes to the garden and high quarter.
And they're based on the same design, so it's only minor differences.
And he hasn't filled it that much. So, wow, that's cool. Well, at least they still exist. I'm surprised they weren't taking down the Greyhawk channel ones. It's good to see that they're still up and available. The really old ones, and the first pre on this channel. It goes way back. I think I was a guest one time on that one, beforehand. And we had a crossover event too. We had one crossover where we did it beforehand. It was kind of like a test bubble, but
right, troubling.
Yes. Yeah. So let me fix this a second here. So Greyhawk is with all the stuff you have at your disposal. And going through a lot of this, and we're gonna go over 2 adventures. Parts of adventures that are actually listed in this area of the city that we're going to be talking about, because we are going to add in this little sliver up top too, because we really should talk about this. We haven't yet, and that's Shacktown's up here, right? So we really haven't discussed Shacktown, and Barge ends up here too. Huh. So we can discuss that area, which is north of. Yeah, and you would think, why is it all the way up there near the Ritzy area? I guess it doesn't matter on the waterway, but you have a wharf gate up here. So, and that's what we'll be doing. We'll go over that, and have some fun. No, I think you could. Can you download them? I didn't know you could if you didn't own them. But yeah, I mean they're there still. I don't know if they're going to go anywhere. And thanks for the hype train, everyone. Thank you. All right, so use any of these locations up here? I used a lot of them, so we're going to discuss that. But either of you have any memories of the High Garden Quarter or the Citadel or any other wonderful area up here in Greyhawk? Mike, Anna, any memories?
Oh, did we?
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
No, we lost you audio. No, we can't hear you, Jay.
Wow, that's weird. Not now.
Did you
either?
unplug yourself?
No. That is weird. Hold on. Can you hear me? Nothing? All right, hold on. How about now?
Yep, now we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. There we go. Yeah,
Perfect.
the problem was they couldn't hear me on Zoom. So for some reason, Zoom got set to my mic, and I shut my mic off because I knew the light was blue, and that was it. So the Zoom was set to a different sound output than the broadcast, which is good. So yeah, you guys could hear me, but they couldn't. So yeah, any thoughts or any memories of any highlights in this area? I mean, there's a lot of really wonderful places up here.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cool Gort stories from when he's up there gambling and doing
Yeah.
stuff like that, Wheel of Gold and
Yeah.
whatever it's called and up stuff. That's some of the best events in Saga of Old City, especially in the early parts when he started to come up and he become a cat burglar type and he gets his thieves stuff in and so on in High Quarter and Garden Quarter and stuff. That's some awesome stories.
Guess I need to reread that book.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize. And you can see there are ridges. It's a little hilly up here. There's a lot of stuff on plateaus.
It's literally the high.
But I think that's taken from the real world because a lot of rich people want to live on high purchase, overlooking stuff, so to speak. It seems to be like an instinct in in humans. So I think it's taken from there.
Yeah. And there's a lot. There are some buildings that are empty, but some of them I have filled myself in the course of campaign. Yeah.
My problem with that part of the city, especially in TSR, it's that it's underpopulated. It should have 4 times more buildings.
You think so, though, in this area?
Yeah. Meaning, come on, look at any big city where the fancy folks live. That lots of people want to live there. This looks like Hollywood or something like it, not from anything that. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get the vibes of a vibrant metropolis in like a medieval fantasy-esque place at all.
Yeah, all right, but Malden didn't changes up here.
No, and there should be way more, so to speak. If that's valuable real estate, it should be used.
Well, from what I've been reading up on this area today, and everything you're talking about, Anna, is probably on purpose. Those big estates and everything, they don't want more people up there, and they don't want it getting overcrowded. It's quiet on purpose and well patrolled.
Yeah.
And also, you can't go through the garden gate, right, without a reason. I thought without a
well, that's something I read about too, Jay.
Yeah,
you can go through the garden gate.
You can.
You just make your mark. You can go on through the garden gate, but then the wandering patrols, if they see that you're up to no good, then they will escort you back to the garden gate.
Right. Yeah. Right.
It's easy to stick out because there's nothing going on there.
Yeah. And this is something now I want to complain a little bit about Gary's version of the city and not the TSR one, because that's one of the complaints I have since we talk about this, is that the high and the garden quarter are not shielded away from the low quarter, from the river quarter and stuff. So on that version of the city. So the northwestern part, that is the really wealthy upper, so to speak,
there it is.
They should. I'm tempted to put a wall between that and the southern western parts where you have the other low life, so to speak, because if they were smart, they would seal off that part of the city so they didn't have to deal with all the low life riffraff, and the low life riffraff can go between foreign quarter, the old city, and then the lower left part, that is the low part. That to me would seem more obvious that the rich folks want to shield themselves away a bit and have extra taxes or regulate who can come in and out and stuff. So that to me is one of the problems I see with the Gary. But that problem is there in the TSR too. But the Gary's version hasn't solved it, so to speak.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. I always use Joe Block's because it's the most complete one that I know.
Exactly. That's the Yep.
Excellent. All right. Well, let's dig in here a little bit. We'll start with the garden corner, and I'll work our way up. How's that sound? Sound like a plan here? Going tour wise. Boom. Parts of New York City follow the first route. Well, I mean, there's no break. If you go Upper West Side, I mean, you can get there from a lot of places, but I think a lot of that's due to water, isn't it? With separating from Queens or the Bronx or whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's also New York is way more modern than medieval, so to speak. It's
well, if you ever see the movie Gangs of New York, oh my God.
yeah, but that's long after the medieval times too. That's like the 19th century or
Yeah,
18th
it's
century
during the
maybe.
Civil War era.
Yeah, yeah. So it's 19th century.
Yeah. So all right, I'm
Mhm.
looking for the high market. Let me go in here. We're in
High
C.
market.
Yeah, here we go. All right, here comes the high market. That's in the garden quarter. All right, that's where we're gonna start. So I like doing this because it gives you a little thought on how you want to lay out a city of your own. Again, my Altamira is a little differently laid out than this. It's more circular. Then I don't know what kind of shape this would be, but yeah. So, but the high market is there. There's the standard market, which is down as we look on this map. That's the bazaar. The Petit Bazaar is down here, so it's a distance up. Here's where the
Hmm.
high market is located. Now I'm going to refer to if I have. Let me bring these up. If there's something I've done, I'm going to bring out my color coded ones. That's the wrong one. That is last week's. I know I have high quarter one, yeah, where I have some notations on these, and high quarter two. There we go. Okay, just in case we need to reference them, and we probably will. All right, so the high mark. Hey, Chuck, what's going on, man? Hope to see you. Chat with you soon about. Ron Meissner's already getting on me about what do you call it? Seminars. I already put in two seminars for even though it's next January. So just note that. And you and I have one. I and Steven on Altamira and Anna, I guess too, right? So there you go. I'm talking to myself here.
No worries. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's to multi. All right, here we go. Yep. Okay. High markets, a maze of elegant awnings, genteel art galleries, courtly gentlemen, gracious ladies, and money. Lots of money.
Hmm. Sure. Yeah,
Yes.
and that makes sense. A city of this magnitude needs to have something like that because that makes the city vibrant and expresses the economy and
I
stuff.
love
So yeah.
I love the merchant list for high market. It's just like oozes
Hmm.
expensive.
Yep.
Yeah, engraved longswords, fresh fruits, vegetables imported, rare colognes,
Yeah.
diamond
Hmm.
and emerald jewelry. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you don't want thieves around this thing, right? I mean, my gosh,
Yep.
ruby
Hmm.
statuettes, wind up
Yep.
toy dragons is on this
Hmm.
list. That is
But you
cool.
Yeah, but you can also see that it's the
Hey,
Thieves Guild
George.
that runs the city, which means that if you just pay enough, then instead of stealing stuff, they are the ones you pay a merchant fee in order to sell
What's up, Greg?
things in the high market, and that money, most of that money goes to the Thieves Guild. So instead of stealing it outright, they are running a racketeering protection scheme that they get the money that way.
Well, also though, the night watchmen are really. This is where they make their money. Is the garden and
Exactly.
high quarter, yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they.
and they are there to protect both the merchants and also the Thieves
Yep.
Guild's
What's up,
interest,
Patrick?
because the Thieves Guild need to make sure that the merchants want to pay the money so they get good protection when they do. So it's kind of it's a mafia run or like a organized crime run syndicate, but it's a functioning one. So
Cool. So let's go to see what we got here. G1, the Botanical Gardens. Isn't that lovely? If I can
Yeah.
find now,
hello, George and Justinius. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's all the way up top near the wharf gate. Notice the quarters getting mixed up again a lot. So there you
Yeah.
go. G1, very top. And look,
Yeah.
there's a pathway too that you can walk, which is nice, isn't it? It's
Hmm.
really, yeah. So it says expansive plant life centered around a large gazebo. Gotta have a gazebo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, located just inside the wharf gate. The gardens cover a series of gently sloping hillsides, offering a variety of panoramic views all over regions of the city.
Hmm. I was thinking now, I can imagine having the garden on high quarter, having instead of a wall around them, we'll have a fence, wrought iron fence, so people can see in and see how wonderful and beautiful it
Yeah.
is, but they have to pay or limited access, so to
Hmm.
speak. So it looks like
Mm,
they can go in and but it's still
mm,
limited, so to speak. It's a way of showing off. So the ordinary folks outside can see how beautiful the buildings are and how wonderful the magical
Yo,
street
Bill.
lights are at night, etc., and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm wondering if that,
Mhm.
I guess that could be the case. It doesn't. I think they really take a lot of liberty with assuming that, assuming a lot here. Not
Oh
having.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You can play
yeah.
with different things that way. Yeah.
Bill, I think I need to update your Instagram shout out. I think it's got your old name
Uh-oh.
on there.
Yeah.
All right, a circle member house, Otto's house, G2.
Funny thing about the botanical gardens, you said it's near
Please.
the wharf gate.
Hmm.
So the wharf gate is a smaller gate that is only accessible by foot traffic, more or less.
Ah.
And it winds its way down to the wharves, as its name
Mm-hmm.
implies. It has this like 100-foot overview, so it's got the scenic view of outside the city, and it goes down to those wharves and the Shack Town and all those other places.
And that's why it
That,
floods because it's so low.
and so to think of this contrast, that just outside that gate is probably the slummiest of the slum
Yeah.
around Greyhawk.
Yeah, true.
Um, but even that gate is not like locked down. I mean, it's still patrolled and whatnot. But
So you're saying they don't close that off at night?
I it might be closed off. I do know that the down in the old city and the Foreign
Right.
Quarter and those other gates, yeah, they are closed at night.
Yeah.
That one most likely is too.
Yeah,
Dawn to dusk.
whoops.
Dawn to dusk.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I thought so on that one. Uh, yeah, definitely. All right, well, that's cool. That's good information there.
So that gate is why I think the quarter is called the high, or at least the high quarter, because it's up higher than everywhere else.
Yeah. It might be a reference both that it's high up, but also high in economic
And
standards. So both.
it
Yeah.
also says that the high and garden quarter, there is no like distinct border; they just kind of run together.
It looks
Mhm.
like it for a lot of
Yeah.
places. Once again,
Yeah.
we have that crescent-shaped outskirts of the wall for the garden quarter, it appears. So I'm going to pain everyone, and myself included. Whose house do you think this is? I think I know, and I have it on
It does,
It's someone's.
okay. Is that something you've added because it doesn't
Well,
have
it
a
does
number
say this
there,
person
or
has a house in Greyhawk, in the high
okay?
or garden quarter. Yes.
Oh! I think I
Who?
know.
Who?
Philidor?
Oh,
Ah.
yes. Philidor the blue. Oh, wrong side.
Okay,
Hold on.
that's
Yeah. So as you can see, I have right there. That says Philidor right there. I'm like,
and
ah,
you gave him a house?
because he has one. It's noted. He has a home in Greyhawk in the
Yeah,
higher
but
garden
do
quarter.
you even? I thought you banned him from your campaign.
Well, that's
No?
just like that's where he pretends to be, I guess.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. So there it is, Philidor,
Yeah.
Philidor. Because I can't like here's Mel's house.
Yeah.
There's where Mel stays down here, and then this is Walt's character Lena, Lena. She's there. That's the one that she petitioned because she's a mage thief, and she goes, "I want to join the circle. How do I join the Circle of Eight?" And this is during post Greyhawk War stuff. And I think it was Tensor was still dead at the time. I forget. I think it was Mordenkainen said, "We need members, no problem. All you need to do is bring back Rary's head, and you're in."
Oh,
And she's
yeah.
like, "I don't want to join."
That's kind of cool.
It
Yeah.
is. That's you. No way, Malden. You did the same thing. You did Philidor's house here too.
Oh wow.
All right.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's so
I
cool.
know you're great.
Yeah.
I know you're great. Oh my gosh.
And Meldon, you need to work. You shouldn't sit
Yes.
here and sneak away from
Well,
work.
that's okay, man. You're
No, I'm
allowed to
just
do
kidding.
that.
Oh, sure, of
Well,
course.
Yeah, but
591. It's got a for sale sign in the yard.
oh, that is so funny.
Yeah.
Here's all right. So here's Otto's house here. It's kind of big. So
Yeah.
Circle of Eight, party. Yeah.
Mm.
So we got Otto's. Yeah, Dennis, you're more than welcome. You can hop on even for a half hour or whatever. If you want to, you can. Just note, even if you can't stay the whole time.
Favorites.
I have one eye in chat, but yeah, all right, no problem.
That's
All right.
great.
So G3, the nymph and the satyr. Let's see, you got some really nice detail up here. The drinking
Yeah.
house offers an exotic variety of malt beverages, wines, and liqueurs. Repeatedly the greatest selection in the free city. Small private and semi-private rooms for its guests' relaxation. So you can have a private waiter or waitress. It's like
Mhm.
it's like the
Like the best of private clubs.
Listen
Yeah.
to this. It's frequented by young, unattached citizens of both sexes.
Mhm.
Courtesans offers to watch noble damsels, maiden daughters of the city's wealthy, and successful young adventurers can all be found here. There you
Cool.
go. So there it
Yeah.
is. That's the hot spot for hookups.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Of
that's
all
G3.
sorts, it sounds like.
Yep,
Yeah.
G3.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going down near the wall here. That's so funny. I can't believe we put Fildor's house in the exact same freaking spot.
Yeah.
G4. Here's the large temple of St. Cuthbert. Now that's a huge building in the on the Gary Gygax map. It's like massive,
Mhm.
smack dab
Oh
in the
yeah.
middle.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
But there's also way more room on the Gygax map is many times bigger. So
yeah.
there's room for
Hey Rob,
huge cathedrals and open spaces as well as lots of crammed buildings.
Rob, you do have a pick from Sunday night's win. Just note that. All right. So and it talks about and the good thing is in a lot of these it goes over and it tells you who's here. Aratai Khan Ibzaril, a female 11th level cleric. So and they're billets, all billets. So that other crazy guy that's in expeditions, right? He's down the river quarter. He's not anywhere near high level as she is. I think that's the highest level in Greyhawk. They don't have any super high 16th level ones running around like Ral does, Mike. Correct? So I think 16th is the highest level that we have here. So all right, so you have a St. Cuthbert Temple, which is cool.
Largest religious group in the city.
Yeah, absolutely, by far, and that's saying something because there's a lot of different gods that are worshipped here. All right, so now G5. Now you got all these wall here. Now just note that there's Melf's and Lena's houses right here. Melf and Lena. So I put Melf a hangout here himself. And as we're running along, we got G5, 6, 7, and 8 running all along the wall here. And you do have some openings for houses here. So
Mhm.
you got some locations here if you want to move people into the
Yeah. And
she said,
yeah.
"Go ahead, Anna."
I was going to say, I would imagine that some of these big estates would be walled in by themselves and be little fortresses. Meaning, if you go to the ancient city states of Italy, then you can see that these big they are like big fortresses in the middle in the city. So
Yeah, the only
these
one's the Grand Citadel, according to this,
yeah
which is weird.
yeah. If you go to these old medieval city states of Italy, then the wealthy that ruled those cities, they had like a whole city block basically, and a lot of them had walkways between them at the top. So if you were rich and wealthy, you didn't even have to hit the streets. You can go to your neighbor or between institutions and buildings on walkways either above or below the city level. So, and I can imagine the city of Greyhawk having that too between the halls and the citadel, for instance, and other places you can actually walk above or even below. So the riffraff and normal folks on the city, they didn't have to go out and take the risk or be around these normal mere mortals. If you're among the really wealthy, unless you wanted to, but you didn't have to. So a lot of cool stuff like that can be built into a fantasy city too.
Nice. I'm wondering if there's a law against putting, or it just was forgotten when they had this map built. You know, like we don't need to do that. You
Well,
know,
the map style is also very primitive in that it's colorful, but very
exactly.
devoid of details, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, compare this to the drawing of the isometric drawing of the city that has way tons more detail, which is really cool in that sense.
Okay. All right, so let's go here. So we have the High Tower Tavern at G5. This inn, distinguished by its tall tower, pointed at the top like an old, eccentric wizard's favorite to city's upper reaches. It is unpretentious, at least. Style of dress may not be as elegant here as the Patricians Club. So Eric Goodfellow is the proprietor. This is a favorite guiding priest of the wizards of the Council of Eight. When more of them are in Greyhawk. Wow. This is where they hang out. This is pre, by the way. So here, Tensor's back. So, though the inn hosts no gambling activities, quiet games of chance between patrons are common. So, they have there is sleeping chambers here too, even with maid service. Woohoo! Nice. What's up, Lucitios? Yeah, Patrick. That went as soon as someone knew I had that, and that was I think it was last Wednesday with Malden on. They took it as the winning. 3 rooms, so it's large. Now this next place, I love. I use a lot, and that's G6. In fact, I wrote a short story about it. The first time I ever tried one, and it was rejected by the Earth Journal.
What?
And that was the last time I ever tried submitting an article for the Earth Journal. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Term paper. Yes. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. First and last time for everything. G6, the Star of Selene. A really, is it out of place here? I think it's cool. So, it's the most popular and gathering spot for elves. In the Free City, quiet and dignified. Only those of elven blood or the guests of elves are generally admitted. Aren't they snobby?
This would be a place that I have actually used in one of my campaigns because my friend Brian, whose character was Mortellin, my screen name Mortellin, was an elf. And he was always wanting to rub elbows with the high society, and so as an elf, he belonged to that club.
Nice.
So good times.
Excellent. I have it so that the group Corellan's Arrows, this is their main base of functioning out of here. Also, the what's the elf that is part of the Circle of Eight now? Oh, jeez.
Theodane
Ariason. This is where he hangs out a lot too. So it also says like here, Fiona Arstriel, though she represents the interests of Niron, as virtue of elven blood, found a comfortable retreat in a star. So, yeah. This is a place that you may get a crossover of a mission when elves are hiring you out or want you for something, an elven noble. There's a lot of opportunity here. So, I like it. C7, City Watch Station. So, another place.
That's good. That they should have small little ones spread out through the city.
Yeah, G7 right there.
Yeah, like keeps or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And G8.
I bet that's a popular place to get posted.
I would imagine, because you probably don't do that much up here, right? Yeah. Because the thing with the Night Watch guys, a lot of their dark men are up here, and they're always hiding out somewhere. Oh, thanks, Rob, for doing that for Nikki. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you. Very, very cool. So what am I doing here? All right. So next we're gonna go to G8. In other words, we're burning right through here. So G8. The Gold Dragon Inn. There's always a dragon of every color.
Gold Dragon Inn.
Yeah.
Gold Dragon Inn got 4 out of 4 skulls on Greyhawkery's guide to inns and taverns.
Do you have a link?
Oh, that's
link
awesome.
That in chat, dude.
Please link that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's in the chat.
Oh, that's perfect.
Awesome.
Log spot. Nice. This is wow. This is
travel
that long ago.
Guide to Insogra. Oh, that is wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is so cool. 2 skulls. That's wow.
Yeah, the barge in. At least you're not the hanged man. That's only one. That's awesome, dude.
Well,
That's a great post. Travel in, yeah. So that's really cool. And look at all the dragon named inns. There's like so many of them. You know, there's just like there's more and more and more. Just I think
some
that's
are
part of
better
a
than others.
yeah. That's part of the charm of it.
And
So
the
all right,
golden, the gold Dragon Inn and the Golden Phoenix seems to be the ones top ranked. And the Inn of the Welcome Wench, you have that one
Yeah.
top ranked too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or do you
yes.
have any 5?
No, it's just 4 out of 4.
Okay, 4. 4 out of 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So it's a big place because it's right beside the Royal Opera House, and the Grand Theater is close by too. So this is like a place that you go, um, you know, and the rooms are high ceilinged, which is cool. A few museum pieces from the Cairn Hills are displayed in glass cases throughout the place. This includes the huge carved sarcophagus of what's held a mummy, several plates of solid gold, intricately carved in patterns of exquisite geometric perfection, the feathered battle helm of some savage war chief, and the prize of the collection, a handful of artifacts from the all metal crypt reportedly somewhere in the hills. There's no tongue here, though, Anna. I'm surprised.
Yeah. But there are carvings in the wall from Patrick. His character carved his
Yes.
initials in the Red Dragon
You
Inn.
carved your
Oh.
initials in the back right corner of the Red Dragon, and that's funny.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yep.
Yeah. And stuff from the Metal Cairn, too. If you want to know about the Metal Cairn,
Uh-oh,
No.
he unplugged.
that
Yep.
time I did disconnect.
Yep.
The Cairn Hills is where you, I'm sorry, the Star Cairns is where you can go for that adventure. Just to go over some of the things that are in there and some history for the Star Cairns is, you know, a lot of people don't like it. I don't think it's that bad personally. I think it's okay. I have no complaints about it. It's kind of you know, there's a lot of goofy stuff because they try to make every Karen a little different, and it doesn't work sometimes, but it's not a big deal. It really
Yeah.
isn't. All right, we're G8 here now. Let's talk. All right, so let's do this G9, and then so we're gonna talk about both these at the same time. You have to. G9 and H8, right across from each other. All right.
Right. Competing.
Yes. So let's talk about both these because this is really a cool thing. All right, this is the Grand Theater and then the Opera House, the Royal Opera House. So let's go down to let's go to Chapter 6, Folk Feud and Factions. I went too far. All right, what page is it on? What
60?
60. 60 of the second one. Got it. Thank you. I'm just going to be, you know, you think I know where entertainment. There we go. 60. Okay. All right, here you go. We'll talk about both these because they're in rivalry with each other, which is kind of funny. And like, who did this? Amadeus Wolfsart. That was So there you go. So even our great writers of this, whether it's Niles or Rick Rose or Carl Sargent, they can do the joke names too. All right, so the Grand Theater is this is in the Garden Quarter with the smaller Playhouse Theater. Adjoining it, the Grand is a spectacular place, all faded Baroque splendor and gilt. Charges and admission vary with the production. 5 silver up to 30 gold for like a box of 6 for a major classical play. Holy jeez. The theatrical director is a Keelandish half-elf Kahari Kelanane, who is a priest of Lear, the goddess of prose.
Don't see many of them.
Yeah, no, you don't. He's a very busy half-elf, so yes. Theatrical director. So it is that's the nicer of the two now. Now the Royal Opera
Right.
House is only honorific. Now there's only one main reason why it's not going under, and that's because of the singer there,
Yeah.
Right.
But I have one question about that.
Please.
Why is it called a royal opera house? Greyhawk is not a royal city. They don't have a king
It says right
or a
here,
queen.
very first line, the title
First line.
royal is only honorific. There's never been a
Ah,
royal ruler of Greyhawk, but the name dates to the time of Zagic, who appreciated the joke.
got you.
Yep.
See, I
Yeah.
love it when they put a reason in like
Yeah.
that. Then it makes all the sense.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Now it's in a state of poor repair.
Well, Samuel, it was kind of during the Grey Kingdom days. It was kind of royal, imperial rather than royal, because I
Yeah.
think the emperor, or the king would have didn't want to be degraded to mere royalty. He was above royalty. Yeah.
So yeah. So it's kind of a joke there.
Yeah.
And I guarantee no royal people ever went to that theater.
Phantom NJ, I think that's exactly right. Pompous is universal, but royalty
Right.
is
Exactly.
limited to kingdom. Yes. Yep.
So the director here's Amadeus Wolfsart. Which has events which are typified by cheap sensationalism, all things featuring screaming, brainless heroisms and scanty clothing, being rescued from equally stupid and often monstrous villains by extremely improbable heroes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Sounds like a bad
So
cartoon.
is it a burlesque?
Yeah,
A
maybe.
little bit. A little bit. It sounds a
It can be
little.
fun. Yeah.
Is that Mr. Softy going to park outside my house again? There he went
Uh-oh.
by. Yeah, no, it went by. All right. So they started the money rolling in, but Amadeus is to put up with the scorn of Harry Kellen, who scathingly refers to the Silver Dreadfuls. So, yep. But there is one individual here who keeps the place afloat, and that is, Estrella. So Adventures, Estrella Shenfarel. So, and she is like the diva of the Royal Opera House.
It's like one of them, having a big name celebrity
Yes.
performer in Vegas.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
what's her
Mhm.
name? The French Canadian woman. What's her
Celine
name?
Celine
Dion.
Dion. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Who was there for
Yep.
years.
Yep.
Yes. It was
Yeah.
like Celine Dion being there. And this is, in fact, I owed to Estrella in my Altamira set for the Scintillating Scepter, Lord Gazamba's place, but I changed the name slightly. She once sang there for 2 nights in Altamira, so that's what I put that in there.
Mhm.
There's a little ode. So
Yeah.
she's
Do we have touring? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Anna.
I was going to say in Greyhawk, do you have touring artists that go around from big city to big
Oh, I
city
would imagine
and
so. Yeah.
yeah,
I
meaning
would.
bards and
I
performers
think
and others.
that's in the writing for the Gold or the Grand Theater. One of those
Uh-huh.
talks about how, it's the Grand Theater where the half elf he organizes. He gets
Celine
the touring
Bards.
companies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
Lucas Ducal theatricals are very popular.
Yeah,
Right.
bard groups.
Traveling
Yep.
theatrical companies. Yep, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good catch, Mike. So Estrella, and I've done a lot of adventures around her. In fact, she got there was a big scandal where she was kidnapped.
Bum, bum.
Yes. Now there is a
I'm
catch.
sure I've done that too.
Yes, exactly. There is a yes, where she just plays along. So do I give away the secret to everyone, Mike, so they know?
They all know.
No, they don't. I bet you they don't. Does everyone in there know what Estrella really is? So let's see.
Yeah, I
Shasaurus, do you
remember, but we'll
know? I
see.
doubt it. I doubt Nick
You had
knows.
her in an adventure
Yeah, I
that
did. I
played in.
did.
Yep.
Delve into the
Mhm.
Lord's tomb.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Remember,
Mhm.
Mike, with was your buddy kicking open
Oh.
Scott Casper kicking open every door? Remember, and I put a trap on every
Well-
freaking door. That adventure. Yeah, she is not. Yeah, she's a. Yeah. I know you guys all know. I know you because you're the hardcore people. Yeah, so she's a Greyhawk dragon. That poses as I think there's like 4 Greyhawk dragons in Greyhawk City, and there's one in Mizrab. Is the other one in the Falcon series? Yep. So there's rivalry there, and you can play that up. It's a good play for low level adventuring. It's a good place to have a little fun in between the rivalry between both. So and then there's always great artwork in here. Yep. I think here's another the wheel of, we can do this now since we're right here. We might as well just stay here for the ones that are done a little bit more up here. So and this is the Wheel of Gold. That's a picture at the Wheel of Gold. Obviously, roulette. Any well-to-do gambler fancying a few hours of diversion of roulette, dice, or cards will head here, and that's H5. So we might as well hit that while we are down here with that. Yeah. So there's H7. There's H5. Yep. Boom, boom, right there. All good. So you got some gambling halls.
Which is very appropriate in a city like Greyhawk. Should have a bunch of them.
A
Both.
lot of money moving
Yeah,
up there.
yeah, and they should have all the ones from every level of society. I mean, high quarter should have its upscale ones, and then there should be ordinary ones, and there should be the worst taverns, gambling hole somewhere, and so on.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this is like Nerov's hangout here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that this is like
Yeah.
his place. And it's stacked 2% in favor of the house. So
Oh,
you know,
sure.
I wonder
Yeah.
if he ran that place before he was mayor, or did he get that place because he was mayor?
Well, it says here, this place is owned by Lord Mayor, and everyone knows this. Any serious trouble here is very unlikely, and it's caused by some foolish foreigner. That's a good question.
You know what I mean? It's like
It can be either way. It can be one of these
yeah,
things
it
that the
doesn't
thieves
matter, I
guilds
guess.
run, and then
Yeah.
every guild master kind of inherits the business empire, so to speak.
Yeah.
Or it might be that you have to form your own
Yeah.
business empire in order to take over something too. So yeah.
Well, I guess is he acquired it somehow in the course of
Yeah.
growing up, right?
Yeah, either that or you got
Yeah.
it simply by being the guild master comes with a lot of perks or something. It could be either
He's
way.
not the
Yeah.
guild master.
No, that's true. He's not.
Or
Yeah.
his organization is. He's just the mayor.
Yeah.
He's
Just the
the
mayor.
assistant
Oh,
guild
okay.
master.
He's assistant guild master.
Yeah. So he's the
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I always used to get that all confused when I.
Well, but the ones who really runs the empire behind the thrones doesn't want to brag about it openly. Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of but I don't know about that source. Yeah, because I'm assuming that one thing you don't mess with is the Thieves Guild and Greyhawk, as we see in the
Yeah.
books. Yeah, so there may be a lot of mobsters here hanging out, but they respect. They're not going to mess around with.
Well, the Thieves Guild are the biggest mobsters. They run the whole show. Meaning, especially in fantasy, I see the government, the ones that rule the realms, are the biggest mobsters of them all. Where they are on the alignment scale varies. That's more like the methods they're using. But
I've ran some high level campaigns that were all based out of the city of Greyhawk, and my players would never mess with the Thieves Guild.
No,
because
they
were
scared.
deathly afraid of
Mhm.
consequences, losing
Yeah.
their stuff.
or their whatever, being in their lives. So
Yeah.
something. So yeah.
All right,
Well, no, they weren't afraid of their lives.
Oh,
'Cause I was
okay.
throwing
Right.
Scholar Brotherhood assassins at them and stuff.
Yeah.
No,
But
they were afraid of political and
Yeah.
taxes and
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah, they're afraid of
the
the monetary punishments.
Well, yeah,
Yes,
because the Thieves
yes.
Guild wants to, but meaning if you can't defend your political control, you will not have it. So
Yeah.
anyone who is challenging their economic or political authority will have to be
Yeah.
dealt with as harsh as needed, so to speak.
Yeah, that is true. People, yeah, they're afraid of losing your gear there.
That's right.
Yeah,
Justin.
yeah. Well, it's easier to heal up than it is to find your
Yes,
gear.
you can
Yeah.
resurrect.
Yep.
Fix that weapon.
So G11, the Golden Phoenix, and this is one of your 4
Oh.
stars as well, isn't it?
Yes, I like the entry for the Gold Phoenix because it actually has a couple menu items on there.
Yeah, and it also has multiple
right.
establishments inside. Look, it has the Villainese Grill
Oh, it's like a food court.
and the
a
Celine
fantasy
Feast
food court.
Hall. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's always awesome. It's a
Yeah.
fantasy food court. That is great.
The the grill does breakfast, late luncheons, afternoon herbal teas, and light
Oh,
suppers. The
I'm
Celine
getting
Feast
hungry.
Hall
Yeah.
opens only for high luncheon and grand supper.
Oh,
Now,
yippee.
when you
I'll get hungry.
read the menu items, you tell me these guys bang this article out in a short amount of time.
Yeah,
no.
how do they do that? Yeah.
No.
They
When
probably
someone
just
puts
sat
that
and
much work
hammered.
into a recipe, they're procrastinating.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. They just
This
No,
is
it's not
not
Halfling
important
Ran.
information.
No, it's definitely not
Yeah.
Halfling Run.
Yeah.
Halfling Ran.
No, it's not, right?
No.
It's human.
Who knows? But,
All right, so rabbit Villainese. From an old Villainese recipe, joints of succulent young rabbit are basted in a fine stock and cooked with brown carrots and onions, to which herbs and garlic are added. The stock is drained and the rabbit meat glazed Oh, wow. And then the meat and vegetables are simmered in a sparkling uskberry wine, which is drained
Oh.
before serving.
Eat your heart out, George R. Martin.
Yeah.
Wow. The dish is usually accompanied by a green vegetable and a baked potato stuffed with small, delicious fungi sauteed in garlic butter. Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Almorian stuffed sturge.
Yeah.
The rich meat of the sturge is leavened by a stuffing of chestnuts and a whole
Sturge. Oh
meal
God.
bread with herbs and lemon. The skin of the bird being rubbed with yarpric nut oil. Oh my God! And ground pepper. The sturge
That's
is
got to be a delicacy because, like, it's Elmore's kind of blasted right now. It's be hard to find sturge there.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God! For a group of 4 or more, a whole cooked sturge may be dexterously mounted atop a rib cage of the bird in a swooping posture, with some local delicacies such as a dormouse stuffed with olives and capers being added to the platter below the beak of the sturge. Oh my God! Here we go. To notables could be added Celine moonberry cakes, trout with melted Pearland cheeses, cooked and kraut with herbs, zitizactyl fillets. Oh my God. Served with a sauce of cream, prawns, lemon butter, and dill, and hundreds of similar delicacies. The wines and liqueurs
That's
are
like
the same.
Ed Greenwood level of detail.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Holy schmolies. I gotta up my game for menus in the Altamira. Holy jeez. Yeah, so
Sounds right.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
piping hot
Yeah.
water, a permanent wall of fire on which permanency gives the whole place hot water. That's crazy. 24-hour room service. Jeez. Yeah. So Edwina's here a lot too, which is Delarzy's pseudo dragon. Never forgets to organization and places regular patrons.
Okay, Molten.
What's that?
Molten was explaining that the first book was written over the weekend. The other one they don't.
Oh, this one was written over the weekend. Okay, yeah, and that's from Rick Rosen. Wow. Yeah, everyone's hungry now. Basilisk gizzards and anemones, red wines reduction. That's funny. Edwina the Sweet Tooth. Yep, pseudo dragon. All right, the Green Dragon. This is a main stay in the in expeditions during Greyhawk as well. It changes hands most times, if I recall. Ricard Damaris is the proprietor, right? Yeah.
You're straying, Jay.
What's that?
You're straying off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Green Dragon Inn's not in the higher.
Oh no, it is. You're right. We already did that. We already did the Green Dragon. Duh, I'm just reading right down. All right, so we got all those. We got all the entertainment. I think. Let me see. Is there any others in the? Duh. Yeah. Thank you. I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, we did the Green Dragon already. All right. Boom, boom. Let's go back up here. So some of these we have already discussed, which is good. It's good that they have that detail. I went right past G. Here we go. Okay, Garden Quarter, Gold Dragon, Grand Theater. All right, we're at G10. We're burning right through this, which is good. All right. We already did G11, G10.
The Temple of Pelor.
Yes.
Oh yes.
So there are temples up here.
Looks kind of small for being a big temple, but a small temple. Yeah, but Pelor might not be one of the biggest.
Well,
deities
I
in
think
the
you're just
city.
looking at that in comparison to the Grand Theater.
Oh yeah, well that's true. The Grand Theater is big and should be
Or is that
big.
the Royal
Yeah.
Opera House? I was getting confused.
But
It doesn't matter. Look at the size of both those buildings. They're like two of the largest ones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So we got G10 here. What's the scale here? Well, thank you for the follow. That's a good question.
There's a description of the processional, the main highway that runs up the middle, about how wide it is.
Yeah.
And that's what I used to use for a scale, but you run into a lot of trouble doing that sometimes.
Right. I don't know how many miles long it is. It's probably 3 miles up and down. Is that about right?
In the Gary's version, it's about 6 miles, but that's too big. Yeah, that's too big. I wanted to have it like a.
All right, let me go to your map here.
3 miles or something like that. Oh, okay. On
I'm looking for the scale there, Dennis. You're a liar.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Feet 500. So if all right. So if that 3 miles. That's about right. 500,
yeah,
500, 500, 10, 10, 10. You get about here. It's a mile. Yeah, about 3 miles up and down. 1 mile wide.
yeah.
Yeah, I think. So, good deal. That's just an estimate or guess. I mean, Washington D.C. is only a square mile, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or 1.5, I forget.
I,
So,
I think that Gary's version is probably about 9 miles long, but which I think was 7 miles,
right.
between 7 and 9 miles, and that's a bit too big. Maybe 4 miles or something.
Okay.
It's slightly bigger than I wanted, a bit bigger than the TS. I will make my version
Yeah.
somewhere in between the TSR and Gary's version. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. The Temple of Palor, Grand Temple, is more than a century old. It says. Um, High Matriarch Sarana, leader of the congregation, is fully detailed in chapter 3. So, folk feud and factions. So, if we go down here real quick and just take a look at some of the mages and priests, let's take a look at this, just so you get an idea on priests on side and the big ones. All right, that's all. That's all. Spellcasters, and some of them may have gone up from this point.
Cold Steel Penguin has a good question. Are
Yeah.
humanoids welcome in Greyhawk? I think there are half
In
orcs. I
mixed
think.
company, I bet.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got. I think it doesn't really state that. Like, it's a good question though.
Yeah, might be depending on what time too.
Yeah. My guess
Hello,
is.
Curtis.
Yeah. What's up, Curtis? My guess is, for the most part, no.
Yeah, that will be my guess
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
So here, just so you get an idea of the super high powerful ones, the Patriarch of Bacchum is 17th priest. Sarana is 14th. That's Palor. Ral is 19th. He's the highest.
Mm-hmm.
There's your resurrection guy.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah,
resurrection.
and Janizar is only 9. She's higher. She's like 11th or 12th in from the ashes. But yeah, as you can see, all the levels here. There is only one because the Pacums can't resurrect priests. There is only one priest in all of Greyhawk City that you can get a resurrection spell from. One, and that's Rao.
Rao.
That's
Oh,
Jerome Kazinskaya. That's it.
Yeah.
That's just, we're talking about necromancy on Sunday night. Yeah, that's ultra rare. Now, Raised Dead's are a different story, but yeah, that gives you a little feel on how rare they are.
I got a Temple of Palor story.
Yeah, go for it.
So one of my other players, who wasn't exactly a regular, but he was playing a cleric of Palor, and because we were playing this Monty Hall game that got rich doing Greyhawk Ruins, he had more money he knew what to do with. And of course, yeah, and also people were paying him money, to cast healing spells. So anyhow, he had all this gold left around. I was like, "What do you want to do with your gold?" And he said, "Well, I'll have it made into a statue of Palor, a golden statue of Palor for the temple." I'm like, "Okay, all right." I don't know if it was solid gold or gilded gold, whatever. But the punchline of it is, he said, after I approved of this, then after the fact, he said that he had the artist make Palor's likeness of his character's face. Like, all right.
See, that's
I
funny.
never forget that.
Yeah, that's
never
awesome.
Forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to sneak in. Yes, I am Palor.
Yeah.
All right, then our favorites of all time at G12, because G11's Gold Phoenix is the Michael Baton clan of the Zolchis priests. And look, it is a pyramid. It is a pyramid.
Greyhawk has a thing for pyramids, don't it?
Yeah. There's a lot of pyramids in Greyhawk City.
Well, it's kind of an obvious construction way of building design that just look at history. I mean, it's one basic, and basic shapes are interesting in itself. So I can totally see it. I mean, look at Earth, and almost every ancient culture played with pyramids one way or the other. So it makes sense that it happens in a fantasy world too.
So when you look at these ostentatiously elegant buildings in the High and Garden Quarter,
Yeah.
Temple of Pelor and St. Cuthbert included, why is the Temple of Zulchas just a plain ass pyramid? I'm sure the inside is extravagant.
Because they're cheap.
Yeah.
That way?
Yeah. That
Even says
they
it's
would.
brown. It's brown stone.
Yeah.
So,
But it might be a way of saying that we have so much money we don't even need to flaunt it.
I'm trying to find an actual. Is this it? There it is. I got it.
pyramid schemes.
There it
Schemes.
is.
They do.
Pyramid schemes, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that they made a D4, a triangular pyramid, and then one that was a square pyramid. So
and there's another
really
pyramid
cool.
up here we'll be talking about shortly.
Oh yeah, there's 2 square ones and 1 triangular one. It's cool.
So it's a ziggurat?
Yeah, it's right here. That's it. This is Zilch. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. There it is.
Penguin, there's a Temple of Fultus. I think it's in the river quarter.
Yep. So this is actually a map, the artist rendering of this. They did a good job based on.
Oh,
on
I
the
love
buildings.
the buildings here are so cool. And I will use these buildings design in when I do my city. I will look at what each building look like here and then try to replicate that.
There's multiple entrances for it though, which is weird. 2 entrances.
Well, it depends on the mini. You might want to have a fancy.
All the stuff around it. This Temple of Zulchas is cheap.
Yeah, but I also see that you might have wonderful commoners that just want to go there for regular banking issues or asking, and then a fancy one for privileged people that only opens if you have the right connections or can pay the right amount of money or for special occasions.
Yeah, the entry here says it's deceptively plain.
Yeah,
so it is on purpose.
Yeah. They don't want they should be. They're so secure in their wealth they don't need to flaunt it.
So I like this one here because you got the Opera House here, the Star of Selene here, and then there's Mel's house right there. So you got a lot of locations. That's why you kind of can point these out specifically on these maps. Yeah, $25,000 pyramid. That's right. Yep. So there you go. Okay, that's G12. Now we got 13 and 14. I think that's it.
One more thing about G12 that I really like on this entry. If you want to loot the Temple of Zulchas by chance, maybe you're running an evil campaign. There is over 200,000 gold pieces worth of loot in that temple. Just saying.
Hire the Teamsters to haul it away. Cart it away.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Man, it's a lot of money. Yeah. Every entry into the temple sanctum dispels any illusions of humility or modesty. So there you go. All right. So G13, the quiet temple set back from Temple Row. This is Far Lane, surrounded by its own gardens and the upper wall. So it's just a little out of the way chapel there, and G14 is Heronius, so they're all both right here along the wall.
Remarkably, that chapel of Farlangen is in the garden quarter.
Yeah,
something like that you would think would be down in the old city or the foreign quarter, where there's more traffic for travelers.
And look at this. So this is actually ramps up for Heronius.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
Kind of defendable. Yeah.
Okay, well, I take it back then. It is next to the Duke's Gate then, isn't it?
It's right near Duke's Gate.
So right before you head off into the Cairn Hills, you stop by the chapel. Okay.
All right, so that is now we go back up. Now we go to the highest of highs. And this is where we're going to go off on a tangent on an adventure, discuss an adventure that's about to come here. Yep, shortly. All right, so now we're going to go back up here. The high market, and then we go, we go up one more to G, H. All righty. H1, this is the high quarter, the mansion of Count Reichert Petrides, or however you pronounce it. So, Onion Dome Towers. There's a ballroom in here, and he's like, he's got stuffed like here, K-Bear, Griffin, Troll. How do you stuff a troll? I guess yeah, I would be
Yeah,
worried about
that's
that.
interesting. What do you do when so they don't regenerate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to magically do something,
I'd
or
be a little afraid of that,
yeah, me too. They might
yeah.
come back and haunt you. Yeah.
All right, so here, and I bring this up for a reason. So there it is. There's the domed building, and then a real important one is this building right behind it. I'll tell you why. That is
Yeah, that looks,
H2.
but to me that looks a little bit out of scale. That it's too big, so to
What,
speak.
this? The
So some,
domes?
you know, in the background, that little building in the background, it looks like a little house, but it's actually a big one. Some of the doors are so big that they look,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
a
But
little bit. So
it was the headquarters for the House of the Knights of the Holy Shielding.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he needs
But it's
yeah.
so the story in my game goes is the following. Is just, I'll show it on my map here. During the Greyhawk Wars, there's H2 up here. The Knights of Holy Shielding were into shambles and stuff, and they went bankrupt. Right? They had no money because most of them were dead anyway. So the Order of Ulick bought the building. So it became the headquarters for the Order of Ulick. But because we're such great people and guys, Lord Gazumu said, we're going to give them back half the building for free, right? And so they have the one half of the building. Now, if you've ever ventured there, and you guys did, we have Corellia there, and she hates Shieldlanders people. She has a painted line down the middle, and she doesn't like to remember. You remember? She doesn't want the Shieldlanders on her side because she says they have this bad odor. So yeah, so she keeps Shieldlanders out.
Thanks.
So that's the Order of Ulick headquarters now, but also the shielding is back there. So there you go.
Yep. I got Amazon delivery. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Nice. So that's H2.
Oops.
All right, and the next place is talked about a lot, even in Expeditions to the Ruins of Greyhawk, and that's Lord Henway's Manor and Menagerie. So it's always a good idea to keep monsters in the city, right?
It's a very popular place to use. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I guess it's a good source for a future adventure when they run away.
Yes.
Cause mayhem. So yep.
So it's a zoo with a lot of varieties of birds and other animals, but there are a lot of monster types here. So what could go wrong?
Exactly.
Yeah, here we go. This is what is there: lions, 3 lions, 2 tigers, bears. Oh my! 4 bear, an owlbear, 2 manticores, a lucrata, 3 hellhounds. Because the hellhounds killed that guy, right? Roger Moore had the guy killed off. Remember? By the hellhounds. A griffin, 2 elephants, a displacer beast, 2 sea lions, 4 giant seahorses in a salty aquarium, and the pride of menagerie, a 4-headed hydra. Yes. So isn't that great?
6-headed hydra.
Is that what it gained more heads?
just
four small, yeah, just 4. I guess
Yeah.
you got the small one. Hey, whatever floats your boat, right? So that's there. H4, that's H3. So I guess this is his abode, and here's the menageries here. Yeah, it's too close to the Order of Ulick headquarters. I mean, ugh. H4. I don't know. I don't even want to know on that source. Probably walls of force are everywhere. I don't know how they do it. It's got to be magically somehow. So, yo, Chad, what's up? Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. You got to use your imagination. It is a fantasy setting, right?
Yep.
Aaron Strashen, this rambling mansion, is the home of the readily recognizable ambassador of Furundi. Now, I think this guy pretends to be crazy, but he's not, correct? I think he's supposed to pretend to be a bumbling idiot, but he is not, if I recall.
Like he's a spy.
Yeah.
Yeah, might be.
Yeah, I'm almost positive, and that is from Furundi. Yep.
Something I need to point out.
Yes, please.
H4 on the Malden map. So this would be the
right
Limgrave Journal, the from the Adventure Begin revision,
Right.
it would be the
H4A, B, C, D, E.
Is what?
the Embassy Circle. This is
Ah,
where all
gotcha.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Mhm.
and that's
Yeah.
why, because they didn't
the
have a spot to put all the
dignitaries.
people from the ashes. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. So if we
Right.
go, let's see. I'll find Dennis's map here. Up, bring it back up. Notice that some of these are different because they're added in different locations. Here you go. See, look, there it is.
Yeah.
H4 Embassy Circle. Yep.
Embassy Circle. Now, interestingly, when I was looking this thing up in The Adventure Begins, it says that the Embassy Circle was completed in 584 CY. And I was thinking to myself, why were they building an Embassy Circle in 584? That's before the Greyhawk Wars, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. Greyhawk
Or
Wars
was that at the end?
Greyhawk Wars, I thought, were 581.
Okay, so it is at the end.
Right, because the Greyhawk Wars are
All right.
581, and then 591 is Living Greyhawk. Right? 591 through 598 is Living Greyhawk.
Yeah. I
So it
think
was
so.
at the end. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it was at the beginning.
Yeah, I believe so.
It was at the end.
Yeah.
Right.
And embassies are usually built when there's changing diplomatic relations. As long as they're stable, then embassies usually persist, so to speak. It's when you change, when there's like new relations to be built or old ones to be replenished or like changed, and then you tear it down or someone else takes it over.
So
or something.
I'm going to show you. Roger is OCD, so he likes this road. He likes this road to split the H's and G's. See, so he renamed a lot of these G's, and put all the H's on this side and the G's on this side because he couldn't
Yeah.
have them on either side, with the exception down here of the Grand Opera, Grand Royal Opera. Down here, there's a bunch of G's. I'm sorry, there's one G, and there's some G's running down here too. Oh no, it's this road here. It's this road that splits it down through the Duke's Gate and up. Yep, that's what he did. That's all right. Yeah, good for him. All right, I'll keep that up there for other ones.
So the ambassadorial thing,
Yep.
reminds me of a point about the sparseness of this upper quarter.
Yep.
It's not zoned for residential for the most part. It's all temples,
Right, except for some really big mansions.
embassies.
Yeah.
It's big opera houses and gambling houses. It's just not zoned for residential.
Now it used to be the Wheel of
Yeah.
Gold, Mike, and they moved it somewhere. The Wheel of
Oh,
Gold.
really?
Yeah, because that's where the Wheel
Wow.
of Gold is. Yeah,
They
made a big move on it. But yeah, you're absolutely correct. So, but no, there are some mansions, right, and some unnamed. These
Yeah.
buildings here could be.
Gotta leave some
you know,
open stuff.
And we
for
know
players.
Philidor. We both have the same. Both Mal and I have
Philidor
Philidor here.
was probably just guesting in that building, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they paid on the zone. So you can, my guys, my characters, like you said, have some buildings here. These buildings here are owned by player characters right here in Clerksburg, and also it's one of these two right here, right from the expeditions, and then there's a home, and I'm guessing, I want to say it's this one here. It's owned by the Iron Brigade. But they don't own anything in the High Quarter except for the Mage Lena. You tried, said, I don't feel like joining. I don't want to join the what do you call it, Circle of Eight anymore if I have to kill Rary to get in. So, yeah, that was actually funny. All right, let's see what else we got here in the Garden Corner. All right, the Patricians Club. This is the finest of all the fine clubs. It's members only, and you got to be dressed up and drunkenness is tolerated only as long as the drunk spends lots of money.
Yep.
The guests include glamorous courtesans, young knights, the elite of the city's actors and musicians, officers, nobles, and grand dames. An occasional elf or halfling spruces up to visit their club, but dwarves are very rare. There you go. I've never had anyone hang out here. It's too stuffy. Too stuffy for everyone.
Yeah, but the stuffy people need to have their place too.
Yeah, they do. They do. It's
Yep.
just for the player characters. It's
Mm-hmm.
they're only going to go
Yeah.
and cause
They
trouble.
want a little bit on the lower, seedier side of the city.
Yeah, a
and
little
everything,
bit. A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that otherwise it's not
86.
enough adventure.
Right. You're just all hanging out, just getting
My
bored of
players
each other.
tended to stay in the foreign quarter, and that's because I enforced that rule in the book about you had to be a citizen for so many years before you
Yep.
could buy land.
Yep.
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 Otherwise, they would blew all their money and bought places in the garden quarter. Yeah.
Hey, we've had a lot of our player characters now. It's like 15 years in game time, or at least they've been here.
Mm-hmm.
All the
Yep.
Iron Brigade
Nice,
members, yeah,
nice.
a couple Winchesters and all. They all, they all can live here now legally because they've been here more than 7 years. They started adventuring. So that's H6. We already went over H8. What's H7 here? We're almost going to get to the adventure here. Estate of Lord Silverfox.
Okay.
So here we go. It's an estate. The Rambling House might be considered representative of the estates and the nobles.
Is that his surname, or is that a description of the Lord?
Description. The original Lord
A
was
silver fox.
crowned by the legendary Zagig. Prospective heirs line still, according to their family tradition, spend their early adult years exploring unknown territories. They're adventurer types. I think they get that name. Yeah. The Lord's house contains the apartments of the Lord and his lady together with their 5 children. Yep. Only the Lord and lady actually carry titles. So yeah, a bunch of servants, lots of money. The family holds a clan treasure in gems, jewels, and precious metals. All right. Stuffiness. Well, yeah. And we did the Royal Opera House. Almost 2, or are we? Yep, that's one of the last ones. All right, so here's an adventure place that I did, and I ran it at Curtis, did you play in this? And it looks like this, but I bet you on Mountain's map it looks a little more impressive. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I think it has like columns.
Well, it's H5 here. Yeah, there it is. The Lord's Tomb. Yes, there's Winchesters everywhere to plague everyone there, Curtis. Of course. So this is the Lord's Tomb. My adventure, a delve into the Lord's Tomb. I've run multiple times at multiple adventure conventions, and there's series and series of. Let me do the underground map here. Is this? Oh, that just shows the Thieves Guild area. Do I have the underground map? Give me a second. I bet you I have it here. Give me 1 second to find it. I know I have the underground.
I didn't even think of looking at the underground part. All right.
Yeah.
I got so many folders and subfolders open. I bet you. Maybe I don't have it.
2023 Lord's Tomb. Okay.
No, I only have the assassin area. Oh, here it is. Yep, here it is. Okay. So there's crypts running well underneath the Lord's Tomb.
Yeah.
I love this underground map. I love the way.
Oh yeah, that adds
Yeah.
literally adds another dimension, which is so cool.
Yeah, I think so. It was the year before last, Curtis, with the secret thing that rolled down at the end, if you recall. Yeah, they fight Cult of the Shriven Sickle members. They're looking for an item. Oh my God, ghouls!
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot worse than ghouls in here. Yes. I threw all sorts of crazy stuff in here. There's a ghost they come across. There's vampires, all sorts of fun things. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's deep. There's multiple levels to it. You did play Fritz for the first time there. That's right. That is correct. Yeah, Fritz Winchester. So, a delve into the Lord's Tomb was the name of the adventure. There's a secret back entrance back in these trees. As you can see, there's crypts connected to it, and actually Estrella gives them knows about it, and gives you the information and goes down. Let me run that again sometime. Of course, there's any kind of undead you can think of is down here in the Lord's Tomb. Yeah, it's a fun place. So the magic item I ripped off from a Buffy the Vampire Slayer mission. It's actually it may be an angel. As a matter of fact, it was an item that allowed vampires to go outside in the daytime. If they wore the ring, they wouldn't be killed by the sun. So always fun. There's undead everywhere. There's undead in the sewers. Oh yeah, definitely. I always said Josh Whedon he really tried ripping off every aspect of D&D he could. and he did a good job of it. But then again, that's part of you're playing homage to. I got freaking something flying around in here, driving me crazy. All right. Fiona Estrell has her own place, H10, Elven Envoy for State of Nyrond, and yes, so she's surrounded herself with plants, flowers, and gardens. Yes. The most interesting feature of this villa is a secret entrance connecting to the sewer system. Yes, Fiona is very well prepared, and that's H10. It's way off here near the Grand Citadel. Yep. That's it. Oh, I stole a ton of stuff from Buffy and stuff, things, yeah, and adventures all the time. Alrighty. H11, City Guard Barracks. Now, I think that was expanded in Maldon's as well. And H12 is the jail. Now, why these are up in the middle of here, the high quarters, an interesting concept when you think about it. But that's where it is, right? And there they go. They're the blockhouse and all H12 and H11 all right here. Hopefully, there would be no breakout in the higher garden quarter area. But there's all the jails. Yeah, they throw them up here. That's an interesting thing. I don't think that. You think that they wouldn't tolerate that, but that's where it is. No, that's the wrong one. Let me find the right map here. I need a map for upcoming. Yeah. So, any thoughts on that? Having the jail up there, I guess it's near the Citadel. So.
Yeah.
The city jail.
Yeah.
And the courts of justice. So that's an area that I used a lot in my campaigns because I was always trying to frame up my players for
Yes.
crimes,
Yeah.
right? Because hey, the whole criminal code is in that book, so I wanted to use that. Probably the most famous crime that my players were accused of doing was when the head of the hierarch, Andron Mirius, into my players. He had cast a undead plague on the I can't remember, it was probably the lower crypt, not the Lord's crypt. But from this book, Tome of Magic.
Nice.
It was one of them quest spells.
Hey Phoenix.
So raised, thousands of skeletons that started going all over the
and they got framed for
amok in the city. And I framed them for it because they were like he had befriended them. He was in disguise and he had befriended the players. And then when all this stuff happened, he boogied out, left the players kind of holding some evidence, let's say, that was used against them. Yeah, it was a good time. My players hated me back then.
That's awesome.
Courts of justice.
It's what happened in the end? Were they
well,
guilty?
One of them got banished from the city in disgrace, and the other one, mainly one of them got banished, and I think the others eventually followed suit.
That's wonderful.
Oh yeah, it was not
awesome.
a happy day for them. But then there was also the lesser things, like the city jail, the Gale, is like the drunk tank for the city.
Right.
If you guys are drinking too long,
or disorderly people,
then you wake up in the morning and you're up in the high quarter.
Yeah.
Right. Not far from the high market where all those baubles are out, man. I mean, oh my gosh. So, but hey, it is what it is, right?
And then you work off, whatever crime you committed.
So true. Excellent. So, the Wizards Guild Hall is now. There's something wrong with the picture.
Okay.
And let's see.
Another pyramid.
Let's see if you can figure out what is wrong with that picture.
What?
Well, you have
there are no doors.
Oh, that's true. The building doesn't have any doors in the text description, but the picture, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But they might just be ornamental and not real.
That could be fake doors.
Yeah.
That's true.
It could be. Yeah.
Are you? You might be confused. I think that's the.
Am I wrong?
University of Magical Arts.
Oh, is it? I thought.
Okay.
I thought it was.
Which
I thought
one
it
is
was
the
Go south.
I can't.
You'll see that pyramid.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a third pyramid.
Is the
No.
pyramid? Is the triangular pyramid with the
Oh, I'm sorry. I
the
That's all
golden
apologize.
instead of
orb
doors.
even further
My
south?
bad.
The
Yeah.
Wizards Guild is
But
very
that one
much open to
also
the
has a
public.
door. So
Okay.
that one also has a door. So
There
go-
is probably no place in the upper quarter, garden, and high quarter that my players
My bad.
have gone more
But-
than
The Wiz-
this place.
The Wizards
Because
Guild
that's
Hall.
where you trade your magic items,
yeah.
Or you get recharges, right?
I suppose.
Yeah. And that's chapter 3. So if we go here and we go right around page 60 again, right?
And if they're, besides Glodretti, the
It's before
Taxman, there's probably no NPC my players hated more
Oh,
than
Glory
Kendratus Bubka,
Oh, yes.
the Mage of Exchange.
So, a funny story there. I have my kids game, right, where we have the Gnarlyman, which is like was the lowest ranked of all the adventuring groups that was in from the Ashes, and they all got killed. But here we go. My Bill's son, my son, along with we each had characters, and then I had an NPC. Her name was Olga Bubka. She's a
Mhm.
para elementalist. She's Kondratus Bubka's daughter. And so
Nice.
yes, so she's actually an NPC, and she's actually in the Earth Journal, where I talk about all the adventuring groups in Greyhawk City. So I forget which one that is, but I actually detail all my PC adventuring groups in Greyhawk in an Earth Journal. I can't remember which number it was, unfortunately. All right, so here's
Wasn't that your first article you had in the Earth Journal? I think, or
No.
the second, maybe. Yeah.
No, I had the Order of Ulick founding and the Order of Ulick and
Oh, okay.
Shieldlands
There you
and
had
all
that first.
those,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
that one was a little later on,
Okay.
but it wasn't that much
Yeah.
later when I did the one with all the I called them the Freebooters of Greyhawk, I think was the name of the event, the name of it, and it ranks all these groups. I'll see if I can find it in between here.
Yeah.
All right, so the Guild of Wizardry's here. There's Karen Jalusian. Supposedly he's got a thing going with Jalarzi. We're going to get to. Yeah. So he's the Master of Guild of Wizardry. He's 18th level, but he does nothing. He just hangs out there. Now here's Jawal Severnane. Now you may know that name. So and he's the Dark Elf, right? He just stays down in the library. He actually, because of the Greyhawk Mage class we have, and Aluk's dead. He actually is taken over for Aluk's training, and Ed Greenwood's character Revelantar, when he goes back to Greyhawk, gets trained by him for new spells and levels and stuff. So that's where you may know Jawal
pretty
Severnane
cool.
from.
Yeah.
Thanks. And then you have the head porter here. Yeah. So and then here's a spell, because superior identifier. Everyone hates this guy, the Mage's Exchange. I agree, because he's really awful to adventurers. He hates adventurers. Yeah.
He's shady.
He is shady. Olga,
Yeah.
his daughter does not like him. It says
Huh.
he is a shady SOB. Yeah. So just note that. Yep. All right. So that is definitely cool. There, 350 for casting that spell. No haggling. That's high. All right. Let's finish up the high.
100 gold pieces to join
How
the
much?
Wizards Guild.
100.
100 gold
100 a
pieces
year. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And you need it. You need to do it, because if you want to train and stuff. And here's another thing I have. We talk about this Sunday night. Elementalists are allowed. Wild mages are allowed. Mages, no necromancers. Necromancers are not allowed as a member. And that's another thing with Bill's character, the one who tried taking the city over, is Clark Necromancer Salen. He always had a bug up his butt about that. So, yeah. Yep. All right. H14 is Orgnension's, I'm sorry, Nerf Gasgal's location. We get to that. Right here. It's fairly large. Right. Yep.
So again, I think another prerequisite for owning real estate up in these quarters is being in the ruling oligarchy.
Being in a ruling oligarchy or having a status, I think, of a certain level, right? Like being a big deal. I think,
Sure.
yeah, so that's why I added Melf up here when Melf's in
Right.
the city.
Yeah.
And Mal and I both added Fildor in the same place, which is still
Well,
comical.
yeah, if you got the Knights of Holy Shielding up there, then the
Yeah,
Knights of Luna, I
no,
guess,
they
could
don't.
have a no, no.
I
You don't
I
think
hate
Melf's working out of his?
I hate the Knights of Luna. So does Melf hates the Knights of Luna. We know that for a fact that Luke hates it.
Oh man.
Yes, and hasn't.
But I like the idea of them. It's cool, and I
Yeah.
like the name too. It fits. Yeah.
So you don't like the Flying Tigers instead, Anna? Whatever you
No,
name.
no. But now I've said that publicly, which I shouldn't. So, but I
Uh,
like the Knights of Luna. It's a cooler name, fits to with the setting of my view of the setting of Greyhawk better. But on the other hand, Luke knows the origins of Greyhawk way better than I
right.
do. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mentioned the Knights of Luna because, much like the Knights of Holy Shielding, they come to the city to get money for their causes back home. They're recruiting in the city.
So I have a knighthood in Selene that predates them by almost 20 years. So I just
That's
it,
nothing in elf
it's
time.
I know it, but it's such a political. They're a bunch of political kiss asses. That's what they are, the Knights of Luna, and I don't need that. I want action. All right, so but it's cool. To each his own. Here we go. Orgnention lives like their buddies. They live like right next to each other. Yeah, Orgnention's house. So, and he has a lot of artwork and a lot of money too, and he has a lot of guard. 14th level fighters as guards. That's no big deal. 2 11th level thieves. Yeah, no big deal. Let's skip.
14th level
I
fighters.
know that's ridiculous.
And they're not named.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, and here's the tax collector. He's got a house up here, right? Gloretti
Of
Buchanan.
course he
He's
does.
got a big house
Yeah.
here, 817 up here on the end of the road. So he's got his place. All right, H16. We're gonna go somewhere for the H16, which I had the picture up and now I lost it. So that is, let me find it. I had it. I had Jalarzi's. Jalarzi. This is Jalarzi's tower. All right, here you go. There it is. There's Jalarzi's tower right there. It's nice. That's a
Yep.
nice picture of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good drawing.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, look at Heronius. It looks like a seashell. The Heronius place.
Yeah.
Interesting. So that's
This might not
Jalarzi's.
be the most, to me, the most likely, but it's cool that it has a different vibe to it. Yeah.
From this, we go here. Let me just close out
Dragon
a couple things
scales.
so I
Yeah.
don't crash everything we're doing. Dun, boom. Okay.
Return of the
Return of the Eight.
Yeah.
Return of the Eight. Because if you go to the end here. Oh, wait a minute. They're not even here. They should be in here. Please don't tell me they're not in this in color. And I have to go find them. That's tensors.
Ooh.
That's tensors.
You sure it's not at the beginning of the month?
It's not in. Wow, that's not in. It's not in this PDF. Holy schmolies! Give me a second. Oh gosh. So Jalarzi has her towers, and you actually go through her towers a lot because her towers have been basically overrun in the adventure. Give me a second here. Let me just type in Jalarzi. I did not protect.
So yeah, it's a rare thing to have actual floor plans of one of these.
Yeah, and you have the
buildings up
entire.
there.
Here we go. Here we
Yeah.
go. All right, I got him. Okay. Here's so Jalarzi's tower is written up.
Are they in the Return of the Eight?
Yeah.
In the yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess in the PDF, what PDF I have, it
Hey.
doesn't have it in there. So yeah, and there's all sorts of crazy stuff in here. Because I'm not going to ruin it for you if you haven't done it. So here's Jalarzi. Here's Mariel, which Anna is the first character Anna ever played in my campaign.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
During the first fundraiser.
Yep.
She played Mariel, and there's Jalarzi. at the time, 14th to 13th. There's Edwina the Pseudo Dragon, Warren Stokert's even in here. The Golden Phoenix. There's a lot of places referenced in Return to the Eight. Yeah, there's Edwina doing stealing some food, I think, from a backpack. Yeah, so there's a lot of cool things in this adventure here, but I just think that it's really neat that you can actually have her
Yeah.
tower, all the levels done up for you. As you can see, it
Yes.
looks like there's bad things happening in here if you look at the pictures.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's a really bad. These are really bad rooms in here. Bill still has nightmares about this. This was not an easy adventure, but it was a great adventure. That's why it's on my wall of fame, and it was done by Roger Moore.
Frat party. Yikes.
Yep.
Don't
So,
tell Jerusalem.
yeah, just a frat party day after. Yeah, almost a frat party with some death, though, Kurt. So it's a worthwhile if you've done. If you're good to see you, man. I hope you're doing all right, Sean. If you have it so that you've done From the Ashes and you have that Aluk and Tensor were destroyed by Rari and Robilar, even though it drives Rob Kuntz crazy, right? Nuts. You can actually, it's part of the adventure. You'll visit these for Return of the Eight. So, and living the dream. Yep. And I really appreciate the resub. 38 months. My God.
But to me, speaking of Robilar, I think it's kind of cool because I think Rob Kuhn's version of Robilar, if you take all the stuff we know from that story and make that the early life of Robilar, that makes sense that he become traitorous and does all of that later on.
Well, yeah.
So to me that make, even if Rob Kuntz don't like what they did, what Rob Kuntz did to the character, it kind of makes sense that he does what the TSR Wizard of the Coast version did later on, so to speak. It just so to me, you can actually weave these two together and get an interesting, believable plot line for the character, in my opinion. Yeah.
But what do you do about what Eric Mona did in Expeditions: The Ruins of Greyhawk with Robilar?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But you
Well,
can say you can say I just ignore that. That's fine. But their plot line is, and I don't want to ruin it for everyone, but that plot line takes multiple twists, right? Including something huge that you find out at the very end of the adventure. But there's room for you to go any direction you want with Robilar. It really is, definitely on that. So, all right, so that is the High Quarter as well. And then that leaves.
I need to write down my idea of Robilar so I get
guess
all
Kieran
the details.
Solution lives at the Guild Hall.
Yeah, I think so. Yep, I think he does. Absolutely.
That would probably go the same with a lot of those high-level priests. They don't have their own residences.
They don't need them at that point, right? They're like, I got really nice quarters here, and I don't have to pay for it, and I can see that definitely. So if we come to the final area we're going to discuss, look at that, it's 8:30. We're rolling through this. Let me find. I think I may have a nice map picture of Shacktown. Give me a sec. Shacktown. Why didn't that go up? There we go. Yeah, and it should probably look way worse than that.
That looks like an idyllic little village. So it doesn't look like a poor slum or anything like that. So yeah,
Shacktown. It should look like it gets flooded all the time. It's on.
That looks like it's on a slope like this, so it doesn't even believable in that sense. Yeah.
But if you want a little more detail about your Shacktown, let's go to another adventure. Do we know what adventure that is? No?
Is it Zagig's Key? No.
Oh, Falcon's Revenge. Okay.
Falcon's Revenge.
Yeah, that's set in Greyhawk too. Yeah.
If you want to kill off a lot of your circle, you can go to Falcon's Revenge and do that again. You just ran this? Oh, wow. Shacktown, page 19. Here we go. And the Great Burn's in here, too. So we go to page 19 of this. This is I mean, it was okay there, Agora, but it wasn't. Oh, you haven't gotten to 3 yet. It wasn't momentous. It wasn't like Expeditions, or it wasn't like Return of the Eight in the City. They were like momentous to me. All right, Shacktown, the humble. There's another shrine of Saint Cuthbert out there.
Yeah,
So
that
yeah,
kind
there's
of makes sense.
yeah. They also give you cardboard fold-ups. This is the era before buildings and 3D printings and before
Oh,
miniature building
yes.
authority and all that. This is like in the
Yeah.
90s where you have train buildings, HO
Yeah.
scale. That's about it. You know, they weren't. Zaturdes may have been making stuff then, but it wasn't like regular buildings. So, and it talks about the poorest folk in the city are here. So there is a shrine to Saint Cuthbert here, right, out there to help with the sick, and so that once again, I think that's too nice looking too still for Shacktown.
It's better, but
Yeah,
it's still kind of, well, for being one little city
yeah.
block or one, then it can kind of make sense. But buildings look maybe a little bit too good for or too pompous or too big, so to speak.
So if
I,
Sean, you weren't around, but the second annual fundraiser for St. Jude was a themed one all the way through, where no, that was Orb of Dragonkind.
Yeah.
Second was the Falcon. The third one was the Falcon, where the Falcon came back and they had to deal with the Falcon. So yeah, because I hated how this ended, and
Yeah.
we kind of rewrote the story. Yeah. All right. You may
It's
be around
Ken
for
Frank
that.
that did that illustration though,
Oh,
and
it's
I
good.
think it's a Ken Frank, and he's one of the best Greyhawk illustrators
It's
ever.
definitely not a bad one. It's trying to show like how muddy and how
Oh yeah,
disgusting
yeah,
it is.
yeah. So it's a great
Yeah.
illustration, but maybe it's not perfect in that sense that it depicts. Yeah,
Right.
it might be a little bit. The houses might be a little bit too grandiose for being the shack town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the only building that I know of that has an actual location in it. Let's go to Malden's map and see if he probably has it noted. Knowing Dennis, it's in here. The shack, this location from it's got to be here. I bet you it's noted.
That's better, much better.
It's probably this one right here. It's probably this ST1 right here.
Okay. Yeah.
Now Barge End is here. Now the thing about
Yeah.
Barge End is that it's where the Rennie hole up. According to that, if you think of Hong Kong in the early 70s, if you watch Bruce Lee movies, this is set so that you could actually run from barge to barge and cross here or cross anywhere you want, because but if they wouldn't let you on them, but you could run straight across. That's how tightly packed the barges are here. Yeah, and this is much better done up on Malden's map because it does. They say it's slightly stagnant because of and he's set it so that the water doesn't flow well into this area.
Yeah, that way you can get like more like a swampy area.
Cool.
Mad
Mega
Dog
Key.
Key. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah. Gotcha, Tim Enoch. So that is the location here that is noted. You know, and Nicole Lee is the low level Saint Cuthbert priest trying to do what he can in Shacktown. So there you go. Just a location note. Yep. So at least they were trying to do some things that were in you know, in and around and trying to get more of the. This is Ann Brown actually.
Hey.
Yep.
Cool.
So I think. Look at that, 8:36. We're a couple minutes early.
Yeah.
I think we have Death Ray. Yeah, we've 4 sessions of trying to go through a lot of locations, you know, here and attempting to, because you know, it has its flaws as far as size goes, you know, and then Malden fixes it up a lot, but it's still great. I mean, the detail of things in here is awesome.
Yeah, and the city as a concept is awesome because there is so much cool information about the city. To me, my problem with it is that we have 2 kind of visions that each of them has a piece of the puzzle. So I
Right.
want to
Okay.
take a lot of the points of the interest and a large part of the from the TSR version and a large part of the city design from the Gary Gygax's Gord version of the city, and then make something that is a mashup of the two. That's my idea of the
Okay.
city, and enlarge it in population wise a bit, making it more of a, because like a bigger metropolis, because nowadays we are seeing these kind of much bigger places from fantasy literature, from movies and stuff like that. So this what was cool in the 80s, it doesn't cut it anymore. I want something bigger, beefier, cooler,
Okay.
more impressive, so to speak. So that's but I want all the stuff that we talked about and all the other stuff to be in the city and have a home there, so to speak. That's my vision of the city. And I also want a population more in the range of 250,000 or
Oh, you think it should be
300,000 or something like that.
it should be that big, huh?
Oh yeah, I think so. Otherwise, it doesn't carry the gravitas of being a metropolis of a whole subcontinent, so to speak. It's one of
Okay.
the biggest cities. So I can see Ross's in its heyday have 500,000 or something like that, and then city of Greyhawk 250,
Hmm.
300,000 or somewhere in that range to have the big, so to speak, of impact of being a major metropolis with reach and have a workforce that is big enough to carry out cool stuff and so on, and the geography to go with, because then the city of that is almost the size of Gary's version can easily meaning Gary's version is bigger than Rome when Rome had 1 million people in it. So you can make it slightly a bit smaller and then lower the population to about half, and then you get somewhere, so a little bit less than half. Yeah.
Okay. Mike, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think from a practical standpoint, what we've ran through is more manageable for a
Mhm.
DM. I largely have a lot of these areas in the city memorized, or at least I have a vague notion of where everything's at. You know, if you told me to draw a map of the city,
Mhm.
I'm going to be able to place it at least in the right quarter, maybe not the right street or nothing.
Yeah.
You explode the city into 1 million people, then I feel like a lot of the stuff gets lost, it gets drowned out. So maybe from a game standpoint, this city's just right, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goldilocks rule.
Yeah.
But
Mog Cleric has a different idea. He wants the whole continent to be a giant city. That's
Yeah.
that's to do a little bit too big even for me, so to speak. But it's
yeah.
a cool idea. Yeah. But I want them to have bigger potential. But it also comes with drawbacks, meaning there's a lot more work. And if I just run it for my home game, no, I would probably not bothered, but now I want to do it for the whole Greyhawk community, which I think is worth the effort of spending a couple of years of actually doing it. So yeah.
All right. So I found my article here. So if we go to Earth Journal 29,
Oh yeah.
July 2019. All right. And we're going to come here. The Free Swords of Greyhawk City, page 27. I also have Tabitha in here, who's a member, who's in Horror and Holes.
Hmm.
So we go to page 27. And so this is the NPC, if I recall. This one has a ton of NPCs in it. So I talk about, here it is. I talk about the Free Swords of Greyhawk City. And these are adventure groups. Now, a lot of these are published source. They're either in um, Free City Girl box set or From the Ashes, and then they're all ranked right here. And the ones with a 1 next to it or a 2 are 1 means that I've edited them. The group is from published sources but has been developed further. 2s they haven't been developed. And then all the other ones are all the invention groups that I have in Greyhawk. And then I note about we talk about all of them here. Corellin's Arrows, which I've edited, actually gave names to them all. Fighters of the Light I added. And here's the gnarly men, and here's what I was talking about. So in this little thing, my son loved this when he was younger. So here's this group include Tiborius, that is his character. Sean the Slayer, that's Bill's son's character, Sean. That's his real name, right? He just named it after himself. And then and Olga Bubka. So yeah.
There you go.
So there you go in
Yeah.
here. Yeah. So yep. So just note that that is available for you to look at, and then if you want anyone wants any more detail on them, you can just come talk to me, and I'll give you I can give you a little more detail on each adventuring group. Because
Yep.
you know the Fellowship of the Torch is in here, and you should read up on the Fellowship of the Torch in
Mhm.
the Free State Greyhawk box set, and then what happens to them from the ashes afterwards. It's pretty good information. Random question: is there a god who deals in dungeons? Like what, Kai? What do you mean by that?
And also, I must say, Uncle Fuss, I agree with you. I would put a realm mord in that range of 200 something thousand. So 250, 245,000 for realm mord makes perfect sense for me. Rel Devon somewhere close to 200,000 or something. So,
Kai, can you elaborate a little more on that question? I don't really understand it as much that much. So yeah, let me know what you mean by that. Um, there are gods who deal in the underground, you know, like
Yeah.
Ula and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't
Yeah.
know about what do you mean by a god of.
And then there are certain dungeon gods that might hide out in and have cultists and stuff in dungeons
Oh yeah,
often.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Creator worship in a dungeon. Oh yeah, there's a whole ton of them. Sure,
Yeah.
there's a whole ton.
Especially the ones that worship in
Oh
dungeons.
yeah, definitely.
Because they want to be hidden away.
Yeah.
A lot of near rule cults and stuff probably hides away in
Mm,
from plain sights.
There's
At least in good.
nobody with that, not with a primary portfolio of dungeons.
No.
No, we don't have a dungeon god, so to speak. No, not really.
No. No, there's no god of there's no god of the Minotaurs that I know of either in
That's
Greyhawk.
true. Yeah.
No god, no. That's great. Yeah.
That would be kind of cool, though. You
Yeah.
can twist it that way.
Even though there are Minotaur 5th edition characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Player, but there aren't any in Greyhawk. So
Baphomet is
Yeah.
Minotaurs.
Tharizdun does not require underground worship. Tharizdun and Tharizdun's a dead god anyway, right? So, like in Forgotten Temple of Tharizdun, it is deep.
See,
deep.
it's all incidental. Tharizdun
right.
is like cold and
Yeah.
eternal darkness.
Mhm.
Both things. The farther down you go, the colder and darker it gets.
Mm-hmm. True.
So it's incidental to dungeons.
Maybe in the book Petty got
Mm-hmm.
It's not. So it's not. But that doesn't mean you can't. Like there are throughout Greyhawk, there's a ton of worshippers or like the shape changers and the cult of the Sherman Sickle are all hidden in the dungeon you call them dungeons, the sewers in Greyhawk. They all have bases out of them.
Yeah.
So you know, all over the place. But there's no specific god that I'm aware of just dungeons. Yeah, like I said, there's gods of the underground. You know, and there, you know, Ula's worshipped by humans, dwarves, gnomes, and halflings. So yeah.
Beltar is a good one. Yeah.
Give Wizards of the Coast another 10 years, and Sararak will be god of dungeons.
Yeah.
Beltar is closest to a power of dungeons. Well, Beltar is the deity of you know, is the Greyhawk Sully's deity of like beholders, right? That Green not Green to me. Len Kafka made up. So
Hang on a second. We'll see if I have him written up here.
Zagic made his dungeons because he was trying to seek the artifacts buried beneath his castle that then helped him become a god.
Yeah,
Beltar, Malice Caves and Pits. Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a pretty close one there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Beltar. It's probably the closest one. Good job there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. Sam, good job.
Yeah, known to appear as a beholder, red dragon, or Marilith demon. Yep.
Yep.
The likely cause of Sul snake cult rumors.
The Earth Dragon is underground too, but that's way down. You know.
He is the ground.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Look at that. We're getting close on shout out time and all.
Yeah.
Perfect. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed 4 sessions. You know, split up between GaryCon somewhere before. But you know,
Yeah,
getting
Gary
through.
Con was my last Legends of Lore.
Was it?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So welcome back again.
Yeah.
You've been missed.
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. That was a good one though. We had a good time on
Mhm.
that one. Handing out all
Yeah.
those. I have a pile of all the right here is the pile of all the stuff I showed everyone there. So well, yeah, there is an Earth Dragon in Greyhawk. There's a deity, the Earth Dragon.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's evil, an evil
Yep.
god, and you know it's in the Slavers reference. Yep.
Yep.
So yep. Yeah, it is good seeing Mike on. All right, so
Thanks, Rob.
why don't we talk about what's coming up? What shout out what's going on, and you know see what we got planned. We got so much stuff, too much.
Hmm.
This streaming every Saturday.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You might have to take a Saturday off.
Well,
Yeah.
next Saturday, my son's birthday's next Friday night. And
Mhm.
if he wants to do something Saturday, I'm going to take off. But we want to fit in another BattleTech game quickly, and you can't do it on the 11th, the 18th, or the 25th. So it may have to be next Saturday
Yeah.
if we're not doing anything and he wants to play.
Might you do it in Saturday afternoon then or something? Yeah. Evening. Yeah.
Well, we have evening stuff too. That Greenwood games in the evening, and
Oh,
the
that's
Bones
true.
games in the
Wow.
evening coming
See,
up
you
too.
keep yourself busy. You have to retire early now. So yeah.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
got so much stuff
Yeah.
coming up there. It's gonna be awesome. Armin, I do once again. I do owe you a gift certificate too. Still, okay, Mike. What's going on with you, man? What you got going?
I'm mostly wrapped up in playing. Like if I hadn't been here, we were about to go into the abyss
Oh,
to the plane of Grazit, who we all know very well. So we're about to get in a lot of trouble running around in his home plane.
nice.
And then in Rich's campaign, my fighter has a artifact sword, and we're about to hopefully soon go kill an omen god. So that'll be a nice feather in my
Wow.
cap. So Grazit, omen gods, I'm playing some high level stuff, guys.
Holy jeez. Yeah, I'll say.
But yeah, otherwise,
Why are you killing the Omen God?
oh, it's been literally 3 years of gameplay ago. I don't remember why,
Because the soul
but
hate him.
but we want to kill this omen god for some
Wow.
reason.
Yeah.
But I don't know what your next topic is, but I have suggested a few other
Yes,
things.
you did,
I'm
which
sure
is good.
Jay will figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I will. Now that we're also going to do some other tours at some point, and we're going to have the guy on who actually did Hardby in Earth Journal
Oh,
10.
right. There
Yeah,
you
I was
go.
talking to him. I
Damn.
got to get back in touch with him. So
Wow.
we'll do a Hardby tour coming up. That'll be the
Mhm.
next one
That's great.
because there's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff from there. There's a lot of decent information there. Yeah, yeah. High six with Grazit. That's funny. Oh, there's a couple baseball pitchers. There's one guy has 6 fingers.
That
Yeah, there's a couple.
That's awesome, Mike. Yep.
Yeah, there's a couple guys in the Major League Baseball. They have 6 fingers and they can throw the ball and do different things to it because of their 6 finger. I'm not
What?
kidding. Yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It's a birth
I
defect.
didn't realize that there
Oh
were
yeah.
people with 6 fingers in the real
There
world.
are. Yes, there are. Yep. All right, Anna, what's going on with you?
Well, there will be a mapping live stream on Friday as usual.
Cool.
But I made a blog post that I linked last week or Sunday on I can link it to it again.
Yeah, please.
On page about magic travel, and I got a lot of good comments and stuff. I need to respond to the last batch there, but that means that there was some and he took up some good comments and further ideas. So I need to make a follow-up post to clarify and dig deeper to a couple of the concepts that I just skipped over, so to speak. Meaning, how do you protect from someone if you have a building that needs to be protected from magical incursion and stuff like that? So
Oh, wow.
ideas and see it a little bit from that angle too. So I'm going to make it maybe go a little bit closer to the actual rules in a follow-up. So I'm working on that a bit, but otherwise it's GIS mapping, converting the current map to GIS. I'm a fair bit closer to having all the roads done as well. Almost all the roads are done. It's only a few countries left.
Oh,
And
wow.
then it's on to borders. So it looks like this summer I will hopefully be done with
Thanks, Death
with
Ray.
the with the whole GIS, having the first version of the GIS map done. And that's the major work, so to speak, to have things placed. Once they're placed, I can restyle them, I can reproject them, I can rescale them, and so on and so forth. That's much less work. It's to put the data in there in the first place. That's the biggest work, so to speak, and that's now well underway. So I'm starting to see an end to the initial enormous task of taking at least the existing map and put it into GIS. So that's going on. So yeah. So
Very,
those are
very cool.
the big things, so to speak, to do it. So I'm going to test out some some concept as soon as it's done. I'm going to test up some concept and do different projection maps and stuff just to show off that will come some previews where I can show off a little bit what can be done with GIS. Now when I'm soon in a month or two, I will have enough data so it can actually be useful to show off a little bit what can be done with using GIS. So that will be very useful. So yeah, so that's the big thing right now. I also got a commission that I'm going to work on the side a little bit. It's nothing major, but it's an upgrade to an old map. So
Oh,
I'm going to work on that too. Yep.
nice.
Yep.
Awesome to
Yeah.
hear.
And Anna's going to upgrade my old map.
Yep.
Just kidding.
Yep.
Yeah. So, once again, Jeremy has blessed us with gifts. So, do you remember all, for some of you, I know that Curtis does, and anyone else who played in Tharasden over that time or played in my special extra Tuesday game, the pay one that we had in between Gary Con, Founders Legends, Gary Con, and also all the maps of all the mine map thing we had, Anna, for your the
Yeah.
game with Ed. Well, look at this. So Jeremy sent me all this stuff for us for permanent
Oh,
use. So this
wow.
is our terrain. Well, this is our terrain set up for tomorrow. Yeah. So we
Just the
have.
printing time of all that is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's a little bit of a blow up of the back of, so this is really great
Yeah.
modular stuff that I can use in lieu of, change it up a little bit and use it in lieu of, what do you call it? Dwarven Forge. Yes. You like that, Rob? Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, what's up, Stronghold Tim? You're just in time to see I can show off all my new terrain. Aren't I special? Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, thanks. So yeah, this is all Jeremy's stuff. Now I have, and I will use this very shortly. And give me 10 seconds here. This is one of the best pictures ever. I think Anna, you took this. You took all those blow up
I took
pictures.
a series and
Yeah,
gave you a copy of them.
yeah. I
So
think
yeah.
you took this as one of the best ones I've ever seen. This picture
Oh yeah,
underground at the
that's
end,
one of
right?
mine. Yep.
Yeah, this is a Gary Con with Ed Greenwood's group.
Yep.
He gave us all this stuff too. So we have all
Oh, that's
this
so
now.
cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and yeah, we are really excited now that I'm able to utilize. So with that, the adventure on Thursday. This is a one shot. This is a high level group. This is ninth level from a lot of them are the Night Stalkers. It's one of the highest level groups in Altamira. Hunters, and I put of the I don't care my players one. Hunters of the Sun. So here's the story. The you guys kind of semi banished the Son of Orcus at the fundraiser event, right? You got rid of them for a certain amount of time. Well, there's this group of they appear as humans that are pissed off at everyone who had anything to do with that, and they're going around wantonly slaying people, hunting them down and killing them. So the Night Stalkers are going to be sent out to try and stop this group. As simple, let's just kill everyone one shot. So do you have the pictures that Todd took during the Tharasden game? Yeah, I do. I do have some of them. Rob? Yeah, I do. There you go. There's one. Here's another one. These are Todd Stash, or my good friend Todd Stashwick took all this.
Yep. Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Some real nice blow up pictures, up close and personal. There's his character Morton right there. Yep, yep. And one more. I'll give you one more. I like this one because Morton is spider climbed up. He's up here. There's Skarn, Tabitha, right? Rothschild. No, yeah, that was Taran's old character, and there is there's the Inquisitor, fighting. So yep, and notice that's the same. It's the same terrain. So he's given us all this stuff for our permanent use. So I'm very honored to have it all, and we'll get use out of it. So that is Thursday night. Saturday morning. It's 10 a.m. start, everyone, not 9, 10 this time, because Curtis and Brett are West Coast, so I can't have them get up at and start at 6 o'clock in the morning their time. So we're starting at 7 their time. It's still early enough. So yeah, Falcon series is kind of cool, George, but it needs to be fleshed out a little bit. And if you rush through it, it's kind of disjointed. I would add some extra stuff into it, and then I think you got yourself a good adventure. But then learn by doing. I played it so long ago. I should have done that stuff. All right, so we got Curtis GMing Champions. And if you want a real sneak peek, here we go. I'm going to share the picture of my character. How's that sound? Rocket's Red Glare.
Oh.
A real D-bag. Yes. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Woohoo!
Oh wow! A big rocket on the.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You have to have fireproof boots, so you will burn
There's
your
Curtis's
socks off.
Reviler. Reviler. I'm not Curtis, it's the Brett's. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome.
yeah,
What
it'll be a fun.
face.
Yeah, very patriotic. Yeah, sure. It's like Homelander's patriotic too in The Boys, right? Yep. So there you go. So that'll be the Champion Superheroes game Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. Yes, to carry something. And then the day after, we have Keith Baker on Gabbin, talking about Ebron and talking about his Glim board game that I played in with Todd and Alicia Teague and Ed Greenwood at Gary Con. So we'll talk to Keith Baker this Sunday. This is out Saturday, May 11th. So the Saturday after, we have a BattleTech game again. This is a next Nuclear Meat game. Now, Dave told me he has a work conflict, unfortunately. So I got Bird, Coco, Minister of the Muse for the first time ever. She's playing a specialty priest of Saint Benador, the Death Knight Hunter that Gary Julian created, and I wrote this specialty priest class up for.
No pressure there.
No pressure there. So yes, and Korg. So I asked Heather Hex to join to see if she takes Dave's place. If not, I may be reaching out for someone else. All right, but we'll see. I'll give her a week, and that is the 11th, and then the 18th is the big event, the Slav Squad 2 drink minimum crossover wedding event, and you're gonna get what you deserve, everyone. All right, let's do the giveaway. Oh, I can't wait. Yes, regulars and specials plus luck on the. Yeah. Hey, you can give all the points you want to try and kill Rocket's Red Glare. I don't care. It's a Champions game. I just want to have fun with it. So if you want to try and kill my character, go for it, audience. Please. Give all the points in the world to Curtis. It'll be fun. I'm daring you all. All right? Sound good? All right. Last call, exclamation point drawing. You get your choice. Now, right now I have JR and I also have Phantom NJ who need to reach out to me for what their choices on from Sunday. All right, so see, Sosaurus, go back to Virtual Greyhawk Con 1. All right, Anna remembers the character, Eric Mona's character, Venarian Vord, stole a minor artifact, actually a major artifact, stole it when they recovered it, went gaseous, sold it to someone really evil, and got all this money for it.
Yeah, someone with the first letter O in its name.
Yeah, Obney. Yeah, but guess what? It's not in Obney's hands anymore. We're going to. Like I said, you're going to get a lot of people are going to get what's coming to them. I've been waiting for years. 5 years I've been waiting. I cannot wait. So. Yes, have a cup of coffee and hang with us during the Champions game. Just like the BattleTech game. We had like 75 people watching the BattleTech game Saturday morning. Just come and hang and enjoy it. Because it's going to be fun. We're going to have Bird and Coco, and Brett really knows how to play. I've played one time, and so is Bird and Coco. We're just going to have fun. So, yep. It's going to be it's going to be that adventure. I cannot wait to DM that adventure on the 18th. I cannot wait. All right, here we go. Last call, exclamation point drawing. Let's see who wins tonight. And then we're going to raid into someone different tonight. I think we're going to raid into Careful Cantrip tonight. All right? We're raiding Careful Cantrip. Here we go. Closing this out. Let's see who wins tonight. Tomorrow night is Gamescape 3D and Reaper Miniature giveaway. So, yeah, again. All right? Because I'm using so much of Jeremy's stuff, I should really promote the hell out of him because absolutely.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, what a great sponsor. Closing this out. Winner, chicken dinner. Deo, you win. I know Deo was the first on. He should be on still. Uh-oh, is Deo not on now? Oh, no, Deo. I don't see Deo in chat. Anyone see Deo? Oh, no. It could be. We may be picking again. Wait, Deo? I don't think Deo's on. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
No, I don't see him. All right, I'll give him 10 seconds. I don't think he's on. We're going to pick another winner. 5, 4, 3. Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance? Here we go.
Back your grats.
It's all right. Next winner. Hey, the people I don't like, if someone says you got to go for a reason, that's fine. Or tier 3 subs never have to worry about being on at all. I don't care. If they're going to pay $25 a month, they can do whatever the hell they want, right? So,
Yep.
Kurt Kuvanet, Kurt. There you go.
Awesome.
Kurt's a winner. I got Kurt.
Congratulations.
Yep. Kurt's on. Gotcha, Kurt. So, Kurt, let me know, man, if you want something specific to Greyhawk, because if you want, like, history, like, for example, Scarlet Brotherhood would be awesome for you. Original World of Greyhawk Folio, or this. Or the Greyhawk Adventure Begins from Roger Moore, 2.5. Any of those three would be awesome for you. So just let me know if you don't have any of them, and we can decide which one you want. All right? So there you go. You got Adventure Begins, Kurt. Can you whisper me? Kurt, I don't know if I've sent you anything. Can you whisper me your full? I think I know your full name, but just give that to me in Discord, please. Also, JR and Rob, if you guys want to get with me, please do. Rob, I have your gargoyle. I'll send along with it. So, all right, cool. All right, let's raid into Careful Cantrim. I haven't raided into them in a long time. Mike, Anna, great show.
Thank you.
Only 4 minutes
Thank
after
you.
9 too. So
Yeah, and thank you everyone for coming.
Ghost Tower of Inverness. Winner, chicken dinner there, Rob. All right, I'll give you that and your gargoyle. You got it. You're in. You're good. All right, we'll see you all. See you all very soon. See you all tomorrow night, 7:30. Let's have just fun. Have fun Saturday morning, and then have a great discussion Sunday night. Finish up the week.
Yep.
So,
Bye, everyone.
Yep. All right. See you all soon. Have a good night. I'm getting the wrong button. No, maybe not. All right, let's raid in. Let's go in with a healthy, strong 75 plus. That'd be awesome. Here we go. Boom, boom. Yeah, that's it. Good job, everyone. Nice. Almost there. 73. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you all tomorrow night. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support.